I want to give everyone a quick response here. I'll try not to waste anyone's time and go through this as quickly as possible. So, Hidden finally released the video on me, and to be honest, it's worse than I thought it would be. Not even in a personal way, it's more of a production way. Like, the audio balancing is complete ass. The clips were like in mono for some reason, and you couldn't even really hear it because there was this repetitive Wii music over it, over everything. And she uses like a bunch of screenshots, but it's like quickly spread across the video with like no time to read them. And when Hidden does talk about a screenshot, she doesn't even highlight it. So you just have to like read all of the screenshots to make sure she's not like hiding anything. Which she did, but I'll get to that. The concerning thing to me is she doesn't even get the timeline right. Like the big one being that I made the video before I joined Cat Slayer. And Lyle was in the live chat, which is how he saw it. And it was on his live stream hours after where he invites me to talk to him.
You know what, Dreamer? I'll tell you what. Since you're in here, and that's the guy whose video I went through for an hour, if you want to come on after we're done with this and have a chat, you're welcome to. You have ways to get into my server. Okay, I have had so enough of this. Now, I know initially I was talking about that Dreamer guy and having him on stream, but I don't think that's the best thing to do out of nothing else because he's a tiny channel and I actually don't want to put him in front of people and publicly embarrass him. I don't think that would be right. So I'll hop on and talk to him privately. But I appreciate everybody coming by.
Which, a quick side note, I didn't even tag Lyle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just double checked and I, in fact, did not tag him. I only tagged 3 people: Beckett, Gilded, and Akumu. And funnily enough, the only person I directly gave the link to was Gilded Pooh, Vlad. And he was the only one that didn't show up. Krista Nark was there for some reason. But yeah, I guess maybe Vlad gave Lyle it. I'm not even sure. Which does go against the whole I'm pestering Lyle in his fan base. In fact, Hidden just lied later in the video. Like when I was in Glass Raven's server, Hidden straight up says Lyle told her if he could bully me. But in the next breath says I started it by tagging him. That's a lie. He tagged me first. I do not know why Hidden thinks she can get away with that. Maybe she thought I didn't have the evidence to prove this. Like, she omits a lot in her video. She completely sweeps the harassment I've been getting under the rug. Like, completely downplaying it, and at times not even mentioning it. Like, the biggest condemnation I think Hidden ever did was say she disavows it, even though she, like, gleefully takes part in it. At one point, she does tell me to jump off a bridge. I'm pretty sure that was in the beginning of the guac barrel call. So she can't even say she didn't also tell me to kill myself because she did. Unfortunately for me, this was before I started to hit record, so I know publicly admitting that puts me at a disadvantage where they can easily say I'm lying about it, but they have the footage, I'm pretty sure. Another thing she doesn't bring up was in that Quackbearer call, where Lyle tried to force screen share me and told me to like leak my DMs and friends list to him because he was apparently paranoid I was getting like info from Psy of all people. She's been catching strays like left and right. I know it's because they're obsessed with her, but I think at that point Lyle thought he like brought me down enough where I wasn't gonna fight him and just do as I was told because I'm like retarded or something, easily controlled. It was like the weirdness of the situation that gave me the confidence to go say to myself like, "Hey, I don't have to give him this," so I didn't. What else is there? Oh yeah, the impersonator, the fucking impersonator. So Hidden like 50% believes me on it. She doesn't think I was impersonated on Vlad's stream, but she does believe I was on Akumu's stream. Because, she was the one that said what I said, so it's kind of hard to lie about that. And even though Hidden says it doesn't matter that I was impersonated, she uses it to call me like a liar, like deceitful, because I purposely lied because I knew I was being impersonated or something. Like, I already gave the evidence. The evidence is out there. I need to stop trying to autistically detail this because at this point it's tiring. The only way she could believe that is if she believes Vlad somehow debunked it on Cope and Steve stream when I was there, which he didn't. He didn't, you fucking dumbasses. Oh my god. This is to Beckett, Thalgy, fucking Hidden. Oh my god, you're all stupid. Here's what Vlad did on that stream. He went to the live chat I was talking about, pulled up a comment I made, opened my account, and pointed, see, that's him. And everyone went, oh my god, that's him. He lied. That's not evidence. That's just him pointing. Oh my god. Here's the thing. I never said I was never in Vlad's stream. I was commenting there. I was saying some comments that said it was me, wasn't me. Like in the Kumu stream. It's in the video. If you fucking can read, or like, I don't know. I thought I was being, detailed. I highlighted the comment that came from the faker. And if you go to the stream, look through the live chat, you can see all my comments that were shown in the live stream because of StreamYard. But you will not find the faker's comment because he was banned or deleted his comment. But there's still evidence of it because of StreamYard highlighting it in the video. Vlad didn't click on that comment and viewed the profile because that comment doesn't fucking exist anymore. So he just clicks on one of my comments and says it came from the faker, but he didn't even say that. I don't even know how. Oh, it's just annoying, dude. It's just so annoying. And the fact that Hidden's trying to like call me out on that, like Jesus Christ, I could have, something. Let's go on about that. I actually was able to talk to Hidden, Lio, and everyone in the Ace Spaces server, and we did multiple times. And twice I told Hidden, hey, if you have any questions, I'll give you answers, right? And she said, yeah, of course. But then she goes on her video and makes these assumptions that I'm lying, even though she doesn't get my fucking perspective on it. It's a very one sided video. So those two things were the important things. And for the rest of the other stuff in the video, I'll just do a quick rundown right now. Hidden talks about how I messaged Foxager about a video I made and assumes it was for like malintent. But I just told Fox it was like just straight up a joke. I just thought it would be funny, to be honest. Like, yeah, of course it was out of context. That's what makes it funny. I wasn't accusing him of anything. It was a fucking skit. If I wanted to be malicious, I would just post the like 30-minute rant he talks about like the age of consent. And I mean, I kind of get his point, but his whole shtick of not my kid, not my problem, and like the age of consent, it just starts getting really, it just gets really weird. Let me just say that. And actually, me and Foxager had a really good conversation. Like, I'm not even kidding, we did. And he was even confused about the niceness. But that's just because he was drunk when he was talking to me. I won't publicly say what we were talking about, but it was nice. Even though he did leak our convo to Hidden. But I won't do that because I'm cool. I'm cooler than Foxager, okay? Another quick thing I want to dispel before it becomes a big thing is me bringing up jar and doodle tones when talking to Lio and Hidden at one time. Now for Susie Doodle Tones, I want to make this fucking clear, okay? This is before George Raccoon shit, okay? That didn't show up, okay? This was like a month before, so I don't want to hear anyone say I defend that shit, okay? And that also goes for Jar, with the Cine and shit. The reason why I brought them up was because, people were, kind of being ableist to them, mocking them for, their eccentricities, I wasn't defending what they did. I was critiquing how they were treated, right? Like for Jar's case, I was talking about how his calls were leaked without his permission and recorded without his permission. Because I don't like that shit when it happens to people, even people that should be criticized. That was kind of my whole point. Another thing Hidden and Lyle were egging me on about was releasing the calls. You know, the same calls where I had a mental breakdown. Like, I already get what's going to happen when I release the calls. It's like someone like Kristen Art's gonna go over it and call me a faggot or whatever. Like, yes, Hidden knows it's embarrassing for me. What I really wanted was them to just be honest about the calls, honest about how they treated me. And I didn't like how they were trying to throw other people under the bus too. Like, instead of admitting they were breaking server rules, they pinned it on mods because they couldn't handle them, even though they were trying their damn best, dude. It's almost kind of scary how they don't even know how they treated me, using my trauma to attack me, being just the rudest assholes to me this entire time. And then using the people who were nice to me and who are giving me chances and saying that they're culpable is just it just really hurts that the people who sticking up for me are being attacked. I know they're probably used to it, but I don't want to be part of that stress to them. Anyways, that's pretty much my response to the video. Now I'll be getting into my conclusion here. I really don't want to fight one on one with these people anymore. In the beginning, I will admit I was an asshole to them. I didn't necessarily understand their culture and overreacted when I was called out. Even though I felt like I was treated poorly, I still, did a bad thing. So, despite this whole back and forth, I will still apologize to Hidden and Lyle about that. And ever since then, I've been learning more and more stuff about myself, about the community, how to react, when to react. It's been a fun learning experience, honestly, other than, the whole mental breakdown shit. When I'm not arguing with people, it's been fun. I've interacted with a lot of people now. I've made a surprising amount of connections in a very short amount of time. Of course, this like drama is a part of it, but it sucks that a lot of people won't be civil with me or see me in such a negative light. But now that I have seen people be nice to me and let me stay and let me hang out, it's helped me get past that like bitter attitude about Lyle. I still don't like him or how he treated me or how he knew about stuff and didn't do anything. Yet his posse are going after people who knew things, even though he knew things. I'm just saying. I'll still probably make videos about him if, stuff comes up. But when it comes to all this, I think I'm done. There's not much I can do to change things. And I'll give one last example here. Under Hidden's video about me, you can see a comment. Someone gave a thorough critique about like Lyle and the situation. And even though he was critical about Lyle, he still did it in a professional manner. Like he wasn't being a douche, he wrote it out pretty specifically and even apologizing for its lengths. Even if you agree or disagree to his take, it was pretty well thought out and respectful. Yet here comes Lyle again, just straight up being a fucking asshole. Of course, using the same insult, get a job, get a life, try better, cope. Even admitting bullying me, a freak, even though he's the one targeting me, going after me, going into servers I'm in to attack me. The most concerning thing is him saying he can't block me from our spaces because I joined servers he doesn't own. Literally admitting he sees most of the commentary space as his, meaning I can't be here at all because he owns it, therefore I can't join this commentary community. It's a pretty selfish way to think about yourself that you get to control who is in the commentary space, which makes me say I'm not leaving, I'm here to stay. I'm hearing commentary for the foreseeable future, and I won't let you drag me to your level anymore. Because all of that awful shit I said was, hours and hours after harassment, abuse, talking about my mother, talking about all my trauma. Of course, I'm gonna snap back, and that's when, Hidden says I'm such a piece of shit because called Lyle groomer, even though they all pushed me to the edge. I'll still admit I was wrong for saying that. It just sucks that they're not saying sorry at all, or at least trying to have a dialogue with me. Before I made this, I DM'd Hidden about my grievances, and the first thing she posts is, "I'm not reading all that, lol." Then just dismissing everything I said, saying she put everything out, and only message me if it's important. Okay, bye, lol. They just won't see my perspective. It's not going to happen. Because at the end of the day, Hidden doesn't want a conversation with me. She wants an audience to belittle me. And I'd talk more about it, but again, it's just not worth it anymore. I'll admit, I've been really tired. Like, I've been sleeping a lot lately. And I mean, it's not just because of this, it's because it's July and I have no AC in my house. So it's like being overheated, overstressed about internet shit. But I see a path forward and I'm going to take it. And that is making more commentary and trying to be a positive source and not get too worked up about how like people like Lio see me. Because I do now have people that I can talk to. And I want to grow those relationships rather than like poisoning myself with bullshit. But that being said, I want to do one more thing about this. It's in the planning phases right now. I don't even know if I'm going to do it, but I have an awesome idea. So if I do talk about this whole drama, you'll know. Okay, I'll say it. You'll know. But other than that, I am just going to continue forward because I do see potential. And I'm kind of excited because for the first time, I feel like I might be a part of something. And I want to be a part of it. I want to right my wrongs. I want to be a good boy. So yeah, that's it. End of rant. And I want to say thank you for everyone that's given me this chance to grow and stuff. It really means a lot. I don't want to let you down. A lot of people just know I appreciate you, every one of you. Even the people who comment, right? People that comment on my videos, I like you, okay? Not to be parasocial or anything, but thank you for hearing me out and see you later.
People will believe things about you that aren't true. And at the end of the day, this will never change. Yelling over and over, so you'll hear me say, I won't release from being misunderstood for my whole entire life. Not a masculine bone in my body, no curtain drawn inside.